If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I've referenced here and there the story about not being able to ask a waiter for a handkerchief. Like I was that introverted. Nowadays, at least I can talk on camera and really get a whole conversation going, or at least talk decently well to make an actual video. So here are a few different things I either have tried or heard work really well just to calm your nerves and make it a lot easier for you to record and just talk to a camera. And some of these things I still actually use to this day because it just makes it a lot more fun, a lot more easy to record. So first off, personally, one I haven't tried, but I think it's still useful for someone who might be very, very scared, is talk, like basically start recording, hit the record button, set everything up, and just start recording, start talking, but close your eyes. Imagine you are just talking to someone else in the room, and just imagine you're talking to someone you know that you are really easy able to talk to, and just close your eyes. Just do it and imagine that, and just don't think about anything else other than what you're talking about. That's an easy way because you won't feel like you're talking to a camera. You won't feel like there's a pressure or some kind of like issue with talking. I think that's one great way to start off because it'll really amaze you how you can just start talking and not really realize that, you know, things are being recorded, things are different. So let's move on to the other tip, is try to stop using filler words. Now, filler words are one thing that I have had a struggle with for a very long time. I used to and ah a lot, and I hated it so much. And trust me, I learned the hard way by having to edit all this out constantly because it'd be every other sentence at some point. In my earlier videos, you can probably tell there's a lot more cuts because I would say it so much, and I hated doing that. So one thing is, obviously, if you're editing yourself, you'll realize that it's very annoying to cut it out. So you automatically try to find different ways to not, you know, have those things. But secondly is also if you just look on YouTube and figure out ways to talk, or even if you just talk normally and just pause a little bit more and just feel like you're in more of a comfortable place, you'll actually make it a lot easier to talk. And I think pausing is better than using a filler word, because a filler word is just bland, it doesn't matter anything, but a pause it can be used strategically, and also it's sometimes more confident and it's a little bit easier to just work with, essentially. One that I think I've heard some comedians use, or some people who are really good at this, is using your improv skills and just figuring out what you can do on your own. Just try to improv with yourself, essentially. Or if you have to and you can't do it with yourself, then go and talk to someone and just improv with them. Just do whatever you can and just form a conversation. If you're really gutsy, you could even go out on the street and start talking to someone just to get past that anxiety initially. Obviously, when you're going to a camera, it's a little bit different, but improving with someone on camera, ideally in any setting, is probably better than nothing at all. And why improv is so good is because it allows you to just think differently. It allows you to think on top of your head and it just be more genuine. That's kind of how I structure my videos as well. I'm improving everything. Like everything I'm talking about right now, I have a few key points here and there, but a lot of the times it's just me talking off the top of my head about some topic I'm interested in or feel like it's worth making a video on. So that's how it comes off more genuine. And I also just talk a little bit differently as well because of that. I just think it's a little bit less robotic. Anyway, off on a tangent a little bit, but you get what I mean. So there's two different ways also that I have thought are significantly better to start talking to a camera. I know I've kind of like gone everywhere in this video a little bit, but if you're trying to, there's two things I usually do. If you're really scared about like seeing yourself in the camera, look at the lens. The lens is obviously going to be a little bit better because you can not see yourself in it, and it's just a little bit more, you know, genuine. You're talking to the crowd, like people are watching you as like, so that is the way people are going to be seeing you. So if you're talking to them directly, you're looking directly at them. The other way, which I personally use a little bit more because I just find it a little bit easier, is looking into the monitor. So with most cameras, especially if you even find like a T6i, which is what I'm recording on right now, a T6i will have a flip out screen, and the flip out screen is valuable for two different reasons. So one of the reasons I think a flip out screen is absolutely valuable is because instead of looking at the lens, you can actually see yourself and talk to yourself essentially. You can make a whole conversation with yourself talking to it, and yes, you will look a little bit off because you're not staring directly at the lens where people are looking, but honestly speaking, it's pretty much the same thing, and you are able to see yourself, you're able to check your framing, everything, but more so than anything, you're able to just feel like you're talking to yourself more than anything. It's like basically a mirror, just like inverted. So that's definitely one of the easier ways, especially if you're struggling to record. Just look at yourself in the monitor. Easiest way to do it. And one bonus is if you want to, maybe put something that you like on the camera. Like, you know, when eye doctors or, you know, different people put like a toy or something to show a baby where to go. Maybe put something that you like or some object that you could stare at. that's near the camera. That will help you to form a conversation, and it'll be like you're not looking into space, but you're kind of like looking in the same direction as a camera. So you can still record, but you're not directly looking at yourself. You're not directly feeling like it's a camera. Like for example, a tripod, you can just stare at the tripod head or something. Just something that is less concerning to you, if that makes any sense. So I really hope this video helped you and you got some value. I've definitely used some of these tips, like I said, to make my videos even better and just to get over some of the introverted feelings I have that you can probably still tell are there, but you know, they're gone compared to what my first few videos were. So if you want to check out another cool video, be sure to get this one over here or check out the channel right over here. Also, if you want to hit me up on Instagram or any social media, I'm available over here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got value. Hope you see you next video. Peace.